Toyota is ready to charge into summer for fun in the sun. And with more electrified vehicles than anyone else, Toyota is building a better future today. Get out and explore in a powerfully efficient RAV4 hybrid. Plugged into all your needs, innovative style and comfort help make RAV4 #1. Now get 3.99 APR on a new RAV4 or 4.99 on RAV4 hybrid. Plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. Take charge of your summer in a new RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
In a kitchen, everything should work around you. Reflect your taste in every sense. The new Miele kitchen appliances are the perfect match for your every need. With intuitive technology designed around you. That's quality ahead of its time. Experience Miele and save up to $2,100 at Albert Lee Appliance.
Holsbo RV's All-American Sale is happening now. Thousands off on every RV. Save up to $40,000 with our last chance deals. Own this Nobo travel trailer for only $215 a month. Don't miss Holsbo RV's All-American Sale happening now.
Local stories that matter. Subscribe to Como News on YouTube. You're watching Como News.
Police in Renton now investigating a deadly overnight shooting. What we know about that attack this morning, coming up.
A high-speed chase on the streets of Seattle led to this takedown by police, while officers say they pursued that driver straight ahead.
Thunderbirds will take to the sky this morning for the JBLM Air Show. Why people on the base say they are really excited for the first show in 7 years in just a few minutes.
And couldn't ask for more sunshine for that show. Beautiful Mount Rainier view this morning. Good morning, I'm Theron Zahn.
And I'm Lee Stoll. Boy, if I were out, or if I were mountain, I would be out as well with a little hat on maybe.
Yeah, maybe by the end of the weekend, but right now it's all about the clear skies. We're going to find our temperatures soaring to the upper 80s to lower 90s in our warmest spots today. This beautiful view of downtown Seattle and our temperatures as we chug our way through Saturday. Again, upper 80s, lower 90s, especially in the South Sound. A bit cooler to the north and out on the coast. We're going to find some much cooler temperatures tomorrow, so it's a one-day heat wave. We'll talk more about what comes next coming up.
Developing this morning, police in Renton are investigating a deadly shooting. This happened at the intersection of South 4th Street and Morris Avenue South just before 10:30 last night. Police say they found a 26-year-old man who had been shot, and that man died at that scene. Anyone with information about what led up to that shooting should call police right away.
We're also working to get more information about a shooting that hurt 3 people in Seattle's Rainier Valley neighborhood. This happened around 10 p.m. yesterday in the 9000 block of Seward Park Avenue South, right by the Atlantic City boat ramp there. Seattle police say 3 men in their early 20s were shot. 2 of them were taken to Harborview Medical Center, but all are expected to survive. Right now, police are still looking for the shooter.
Air 4 captured the crazy end to a dangerous car chase in Seattle yesterday. Police tackled a suspect who they say stole someone's car and then nearly ran over dozens of people. Como's Ryan Sims spoke with the victims.
Hey, good morning to you. So many people were remarking that this could have easily been a mass casualty incident. Take a look at these white streaks on the pavement. Dozens of people here on this sidewalk when a car came careening on into it. And today we talked to the owner of that stolen car.
Air 4 captured the stunning moment when a swarm of cops pounced on this pursuit suspect. For more than 5 miles, they say he caused a trail of destruction in Sterling Stumphauser's stolen Dodge Challenger.
I am very protective of my car, so as soon as I just saw like the back tire and I saw a little glimpse of the license plate, I knew it was mine.
What Sterling and her friends did not know was the extent of this epic takedown until we showed them this video from Air 4.
Oh my god, look at all the... Oh my gosh, that's my car. There's your car!
Sterling and her friends are in town for a dance competition. They don't even live here. And when they were out to lunch, their Central District Airbnb was broken into and ransacked.
As soon as we stepped in, we just immediately noticed that everything was off.
Sterling's car was also gone. From there, she and her friends used the car's tracker as the suspect took this muscle car on a high-intensity chase.
We found out the car stopped and he got out of the car, and then we found out he got back in the car.
He eventually ended up here in the U District, where witnesses say he went to dangerous lengths to ward off arrest.
And he's reversing onto the sidewalk next to people at this coffee shop, going at least 35 miles an hour.
After a short standoff, he was arrested. Nobody was hurt, luckily, but for Sterling and her friends, Well, this first ever trip to the Emerald City may also be their last.
I kind of want to go home right now, but it was good before.
Now, in total, 4 cars, including a police cruiser, were damaged in this chase. The suspect facing a slew of accusations, including burglary, hit and run, eluding, and possibly DUI. We are in the U District this morning. Ryan Sims, Como News.
Firefighters quickly jumped into action to put out a brush fire along northbound I-5 in Tukwila. The fire broke out near South 144th Street. You can see just how close those flames came to a home. We have a call into the fire department this morning to find out more information about how that fire may have started and if that home had to be evacuated.
A family is unable to return to their home in Federal Way following a house fire there. That fire broke out last night along 26th Place Southwest. The fire department tells Como it started during a barbecue in the backyard. The flames somehow spread to the attic, causing firefighters who then were putting out that fire to put a hole in the roof. Thankfully, we're told that nobody was hurt.
Happening today, the JBLM Air Show and Warrior Expo gets underway at McCord Field in Pierce County. Como is a partner in the event. The weekend-long event is happening for the first time in 7 years. The air show will feature the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds flying with their first ever female pilot.
First of all, to have all these different jets that essentially, quote unquote, don't belong here, to have them all on the same flight line and share it is awesome. But to bring the public in, I think is cool.
The air show is celebrating 50 years of women in modern military aviation and 30 years of women in combat aviation. The event is expected to draw anywhere from 70 to 100,000 people each day. Gates open this morning at 9 a.m. and admission is free.
A man is sitting very high up in a huge red cedar tree in Seattle in an effort to keep it from being cut down. The activist scaled that tree in the Wedgwood neighborhood yesterday morning and vows to live in a makeshift perch until the tree is no longer in danger. Como's Joe Moreno reports on the standoff playing out 50 feet above the ground.
Teetering atop the tangle of branches, Droplet reclined in a hammock, willing to wait it out until the developer gives up on chopping down this huge red cedar.
I am comfy. I got food and water and all the safety gear I need.
Droplet, who uses he/they pronouns, says they have help on the ground and people who can send up supplies using a rope and bucket.
We'll be up here indefinitely. And I say we because it's me and the whole crew of support people.
Droplet says the original permit application called for 6 new units of housing built around the tree. Then the developer revised the plans and decided the red cedar needed to be chopped down. Fellow activists say the environment deserves more respect.
They legally got permits to remove this tree. The city has signed off completely. The process is incredibly flawed.
With Droplet looking down, work crews began installing fencing around the job site. The owner of the construction company told Como News by phone that his lawyers are now involved, but he hopes for a peaceful resolution.
I'm grateful for the people who are willing to risk arrest. This man is my hero.
Seattle police say ascending a tree on private property to block development could be considered trespassing, but they have not received any requests for help from the property owner at this point. Droplet says they just want to save the cedar from the saw.
It just feels like it would be an abdication of our responsibility as members of the ecosystem here to cut this tree essentially just for convenience.
And that was Como's Joe Moreno reporting. The city says it did grant a permit to remove that tree back on June 8th. The crew cutting it down still needs to apply for public notice, which has to happen 3 days before any work begins. 8:07 right now. Plenty of blue yonder, as we've been seeing from all our cameras this morning.
Yeah, great day for an air show. If only there was an air show. Wait a minute, there is one. And it's free to get in. We just told you about that there down at JBLM.
Yes.
Today, just if you're going to be going there or just about anywhere outside, I want you to take plenty of hydration with you. Lots of sunscreen today. Know that temperatures are going to go to the upper 80s to lower 90s in our warmest spots. Let's take a look outside again, lower downtown. You got the cruise ships in town. Beautiful time to be visiting the Emerald City. You got the Olympics off in the distance. Plenty of blue skies to be found today throughout the day. Tomorrow morning, there will be some clouds out there, so that shift starts tonight with that onshore flow. Upper 70s to lower 80s by noon, 86 degrees by 5 p.m. Some spots upper 80s, lower 90s, as we mentioned. Futurecast, take it 11:30 this morning. Still just some high clouds passing on by, and that's what we're going to see as the day progresses. Then watch what happens tomorrow morning. Get some marine air in here for the start of the day, even as late as 11 a.m. Still pretty cloudy around Everett, Seattle, and Tacoma, but watch what happens during the afternoon. We clear the clouds out, bring on temperatures in the 70s tomorrow as opposed to the 80s today. In fact, our warmest spots are going to be places like Lacey, Shelton, Olympia, parts of eastern Pierce County, parts of Lewis County. Certainly very hot today in Centralia, but if you're in the North Sound, you're going to find temperatures today upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Coming up in your extended Como forecast, what comes after that? You might expect